Hello everyone, welcome to my show Taste Buds. Today I want to cook a vegetarian dish for you. Lots of vegetables, beautiful colors, and so tasty. The dish is called black bean stew with salsa. I'm not a vegetarian myself. The reason I want to cook this vegetarian dish is because I want you to eat and enjoy it, not just because it's nutritious. It's going to be tasty, it has lots of vitamins and amazing taste. You're going to love this. First, I'm going to chop this butternut squash for roasting. When you want to chop a butternut squash, it has a round shape, so be careful when you're putting the knife through it, right? You don't want to cut your fingers or anything. So I'm going to just chop the head off and knife through this, like just go very and carefully. We want to make sure that it doesn't, the knife doesn't go off to cut your fingers. So I'm just going to cut this in half. The skin is also a little bit slippery, so you need to be careful when you're chopping it. Make sure your knife is pretty sharp. Now I'm going to clean the seeds from here. And only half of the squash is enough for today's dish. I'm going to chop this off into 2 or 3 inches slices. The bigger ones, I'm just going to chop them in half. I'm going to keep the skin because it has a lot of fiber. Now I'm going to transfer this into this pan. Put a little bit of olive oil on top of it. And I'm going to season it with some coriander seeds. Coriander seeds actually go very well with the butternut squash. Make sure you definitely use it. So I'm going to put some salt and pepper. It's pepper. I'm going to squeeze on it. Just a pinch. And a pinch of salt. All right. And then, don't worry, just get in with your hands. Make your hands dirty. Make sure all the ingredients, they stick together. So, make your hands dirty. Next, I'm gonna go through these peppers. I chose different colors because the taste is almost the same, but gives a beautiful shape to our dish. Take out the bottom with the seeds. Everybody has a way of cleaning the seeds. I just go the hard way. To take the seeds out, I just tap this at the bottom. Just chop them up and clean the rest of the seeds from it. Just gonna clean up the white stuff from it. Let's slice them into pieces like this. When they're sliced, I'm gonna put them in an oven pan. Also, I'm going to preheat the oven to 400 Fahrenheit or 200 Celsius. Now I'm going to transfer these into this pan. Some pepper, some salt, some paprika. Paprika brings out the flavor, so you want to make sure all the flavor are intensified and coming out. At the end, a little bit of olive oil. Make sure the oil and all of the seasoning are mixed with the vegetables. So look at these peppers. Absolutely colorful and beautiful. Now I'm gonna chop some onions. So I'm gonna chop them pretty fine. Keep just a quarter of it for the salsa that I'm gonna make later on. The rest I'm gonna chop it pretty fine. I'm gonna chop some garlics pretty fine. Can also get a garlic masher and mash them on top of the oil when we are gonna fry them, but I like to chop them small. The oven is heated up now, so I'm just going to transfer the vegetables into it. There you go. I'm gonna leave them for 35-40 minutes-ish. Add some oil to the pan. Not too much, just a bit. I'm gonna put it on one side of the pan. And as I said before, I like to use the ghee, the animal oil, but feel free to use vegetable oil if you want to. It's just my preference. And I'm going to put some bay leaves in here. They bring a great aroma out of the oil, so It's going to be an aromatic oil, so I'm going to put 5 or 6 leaves in here. Now that these are giving it their aroma out, I'm going to add the garlic first. Such a great smell. The bay leaves and the garlic have such an aroma. Take the bay leaves out, transfer the onions to the mix. Let's stir it well. Make sure onions are caramelized pretty well. And to make sure it cooks well, I'm gonna add some water to it. What water does, it's going to mix the oil with all of the onions. Let it cook, and the onions are gonna cook slowly to perfection. I've cooked some quinoa, so it's basically 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water cooked together, and it's a pretty fluffy quinoa coming out. I'm gonna chop some parsley right now. I'm gonna make sure that it's chopped pretty fine. You don't need too much of it. Mix this with the quinoa. Sauteed some mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms. I'm gonna add them to the dish as well. Add some chopped green onions to that mix as well. Now I'm gonna mix everything together. It's gonna be a beautiful quinoa. Fix the salsa. So I'm going to add some peppers. These are serrano peppers. They're a little bit spicy. I like them. So let's transfer this to the dish. It's so satisfying, chopping them by hand. And transfer them to the dish. In the meantime, onions are ready, caramelized. In the meantime, I cooked some black beans, just black beans and water. Transfer them to this dish. These are the main ingredient of tonight's dish. I'm gonna add some water to it. Let it cook for a while. Gonna chop the rest of the onion that we left for the salsa. Tomatoes time. Salsa and tomatoes. Make sure your knife is pretty sharp so it wouldn't juice the tomato while you're slicing it. Salsa is good to be juicy. I'm gonna use 2 tomatoes in this case. I'm gonna mix them together. Adding the zest to the mix. Going to squeeze the lemon on top of this. Some lemons are dry, but this one is pretty good. This is already making me hungry. Add a tiny bit of pepper and salt to it. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Not too much, just a hint of it. Let's mix it up. Just gonna add a little bit of salt to it for taste. So this is it. I'm going to add some zucchinis. Don't worry if the green type or this type of zucchinis, they're both good. Just gonna add them to the beans. They can act as a thickening agent, so they thicken the sauce for you and they give a taste. I love it. I'm gonna make sure they're chopped pretty small when I'm adding them. Now it's dicing time. Just gonna dice them small. Gonna add them to the dish and let them cook. It's time to take the vegetables out. Look how beautiful they turned out too. Look at how beautiful. Look at this. Look at the color. Transfer the squash into the pot. Transfer all of the peppers into this. And to make sure we get all the taste out, I'm going to put some of this hot sauce into this pan and scratch the bottom. Make sure I get all the glaze and transfer them back to the pot. Make sure all the flavor is going back to this pot. It's now time to taste the dish. I'm gonna transfer some of this beautiful quinoa to this dish. Put some of the sauce. I'm gonna put them on the side. It's absolutely amazing sauce. I'm gonna put some salsa. You can mix them up, or like what I do, just put them on the side. This dish is going to be less than 500 calories. I'm gonna put some of the Greek yogurt on top. You can put a little bit more of the juice of the salsa on top of the yogurt if you want. The juice flow down into the dish. I love salsa, so I'm gonna add some on top of it. Now let me try this dish, see how it tastes. I'm gonna add everything to it. Some salsa, some of this, some of that with quinoa, and let's see how it tastes. Absolutely amazing. This is fantastic. Definitely try it out. And please subscribe to our channel.